2 fundamentals to nail this winter. We think these are the 2 top tips that are going to help you perform. Now we're going to talk about ball position first, then we're going to talk about alignment. I've got a brand new string gadget which is going to help people picture it.
Homemade.
Yeah, very much DIY homemade, and you can do it too. Okay, now do you have any sort of routine or any guide that you use to get ball position?
Not so much. I'm guilty of being everything too far forwards, if I'm honest. Because then when it gets back to like a wedge, it feels really far back to me. Okay,
so I've got a little routine we can use here. So anytime you get an iron, base it on being and starting with the ball in the middle of your stance. Take your feet even amount to shoulder width apart where the ball is in the middle of your stance.
Okay.
All I want you to do is then work out how far we move the butt of our club. So nice and simple, our pitching wedge starts in the middle. We'd go half a roll forward for 9 iron, another half a roll forward for 8 iron, then 7. So I've gone to here for my 7 iron. All I would do now is shuffle to my right to where that hangs down directly on that ball position. Easy.
Simple.
If I'd got 4 iron, I'd continue to roll until I got to 4 iron and then just shuffle more to my right to move the ball further forward in my stance.
Okay.
Okay, it's really easy, really simple. I'm not saying you have to do this all the time, but half a roll forwards towards your left armpit for a right-handed golfer and just the opposite for a left-handed golfer. Try it on the range, and these things should start to come automatic when you get to the course. But now, I do it slightly differently with driver. How I feel this, and really nice and simple, just line the ball up on the middle of your feet here. Turn your left toe out, and just move your right foot away. Dead easy. You know you got ball position then inside your left heel, not outside your left heel, or equally, where I see a lot of people have it too far back.
Yeah, and I suppose that's where we're maybe hitting down on it a bit too much.
Exactly.
A bit too much to the right with the slice.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's very, very important. Having the correct ball position helps you control angle of attack and can also impact your club face control. Let's move on to that, and you can explain to me how you line up on the course. Okay,
so what I would do in terms of alignment, Alex, is normally what I do is I come behind the ball like this, choose my target line, so let's just say it's that skinny little tree in the distance, and then what I like to do is find something closer that's maybe like 3 or 4 feet in front of me.
Yeah.
Hence where we put this first stick here.
Yeah.
Because that's easier for me to see than think, oh, are my feet pointing all the way down there? It's not quite as easy to see.
Exactly.
So I try and then line up to what's in front of me here, and hopefully that's pointing me in the right distance.
Now, we've created a little bit of a string gadget here because when you've got driver in your hand, it's very, very hard sometimes to realise if your shoulders are square when your ball position's so far forward. So imagine this piece of string connecting these is just our ball to target line. Our intermediate target, as Nat said, is the blue. So now if you just address this ball for me.
Again, I've got massive mittens on, so pretend this is a real grip.
What I see most commonly is these shoulders with driver pointing this way. But having this piece of string here, not hitting with this in the way, but just gives you a good idea of, are my shoulders this way? Do I need to pull them back slightly? And just make sure they're square. Yeah,
it's actually much easier to see that because obviously it's so close and you've got that kind of parallel angle to work from. Rather than, it is very difficult, you know, when you're sort of thinking, am I at that tree? And you end up going further and further and further. And before you know it, you're pointing to the next fairway.
And how I'd do this, if you did set something like this up on the range, I'd walk in, get my shoulders, feet and everything square and just walk back, tee my golf ball up somewhere here and hit away. It'd be a nice simple routine of a great way to use a DIY drill to make sure your alignment of your feet, your hips and your shoulders are all square. Guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel here at Off Scratch and check out www.offscratchgolf.com.